Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. I'm Dayna Pereira.
And old Brim right over here.
What's up, old Brim? You're going to have to bear with me today.
No, you are with it. I see it in your face. I know I bored the crap out of you for the last 2 hours chatting off air, but hey, I never see you. I never get to talk to you. I don't want to bother you. So here you had me today, and I know I drove you nuts.
Well, you gave me time to hydrate, actually, because I had 3 glasses of wine yesterday, and I woke up today and I was like, I think I killed all the important girls. They're dead.
For anybody who didn't see the photo on Instagram that you posted, it looked like somebody crushed some kind of a rodent on the floor, like all 4 legs were splattered out, and it was just like red wine all over the place. What's even worse is I don't know. I would think that wine is harder to get out than the blood. So I don't know how the hell you managed to get that stuff up.
It was not easy. Luckily, we have that carpet that is like the stain resistant stuff. So it kind of like sits on the top of a little bit.
Right.
And then I hit it with some stuff and went over it with a steam cleaner. But thank you to my 4-year-old for giving me a fun project to do.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm sure your husband was very excited to get you to the bedroom later on because he had to be down on all fours getting all the stuff out, right?
Nope. That was my job.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was your job. He was enjoying watching you down on all fours, sitting and going, I'm gonna get some of that later.
Yeah, except I was like, if you touch me, I will rip it off because I was in such a bad mood. He was like, drink more wine. Here, drink more wine.
Hercules.
Yeah, fun Dayna usually comes in. There's like a fine line between fun Dayna and passed out Dayna. Like 3 glasses of wine is usually my sweet spot. That's where I'm like, my husband's like, yes, I'm going to get some. But 3 glasses of wine and 1 more sip and I'm out. I just pass the fuck out.
I told you and my wife get along real well. Because that's the same goddamn thing. She'll be like with the wine, 1 glass, like, yay, 2 glasses, oh, she's having fun with me. And then on the best thing since sliced bread, and then all of a sudden, you have just that 1 extra sip, and it's like, I need to go to bed. You know, it's like, I need to go to bed. Bother me tomorrow. Yeah,
over the weekend, I had a girlfriend come over with her husband, and I was so excited because I haven't gotten to see them in a long time. And she did 3 shots of tequila before coming to my house.
She was pre-gaming.
She was pre-gaming. Yeah. So she gets there. She's already pretty drunk. And I'm like, well, shit, I need to catch up. So I start pounding wine like it's my job. And I get...
like it's your job. That's funny.
I catch up. I get wasted pretty quickly. Her kid falls in the hot tub and they have to leave. And I'm like, drunk by myself.
That's the best time. You should have called me up and be like, Brim, get on right now. We're doing a show.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be so fun. We should do a drunk episode one time because that would be hilarious.
I'm down. I have to do it when I don't have anything else going on after our show.
We'll have a nighttime recording with, oh boy, that sounds fun. That sounds like trouble, actually.
It sounds like a lot of trouble. It's like, yeah. I for a heavyweight, I'm a lightweight. We got to be careful.
Oh God.
I don't drink a lot. To be honest, I don't drink a lot. I really don't, And
me neither.
Yeah. Got the bit. Yeah, no. I see. I know you well enough to know that my friend is a lie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? What is it? The old Jerry Springer and whatever shows, and we got the results back, and and that was a lie. You know what I mean? Oh yeah.
Yep.
So we about ready to get moving along.
Yeah, let's go for it. We got a good batch this week.
Who's first, you or me?
I think it's your turn this week to go first.
All right, this sounds like an interesting one. And again, I mean, in here, I see already it says ex-wife somewhere. Okay, it says ex-wife. Now, again, I don't know if it's a male or a female. This is a hard thing for me because nowadays it's a he, she, he, me, you, two, me, we, three. I don't know. I have to have knowledge before I could give a full and adequate response. I'm such an asshole. I really am. I am an asshole. But I'm gonna go through this and we're gonna judge as seen here. Let's see. Ready to go?
Ready.
All right. I had a threesome one night. They had a strap on, and after a little work, I managed to wear it on my ass. I had one behind me, pulling out one and then sinking in the other. If honest, it was a rather fun experience. It's like a seesaw.
Like a seesaw.
Like a seesaw. Okay,
like
all right.
In,
like
out.
In, out.
And then
in,
the other one. And then
out. Okay, all right.
Okay, we're thrusting. I get it. Okay,
we're
the
making
rhythm.
it go. It's okay. Feel the rhythm. Feel the ride.
Like that. What is that? The pirate ship or whatever when you go to carnivals and it's like woo.
Yeah, I know exactly. Oh God, the Buccaneer, right? Something like that. Oh God. Let's see. I stayed hands-free and had both satisfied. Fun enough, it happened several more times. This trick came in handy a few years later when my now ex-wife brought her friend to our bed, but said I couldn't fuck her. I went and bought one. They thought I'd lost my mind till I showed them why I was a sexual genius that night. Great times. So this is a guy. I can see this is a guy. I'm pretty sure because if you had one strap on the back and then you're sinking into
and
one
then you're sinking in the other one.
I've got to believe that this is a male, and unless you're transgender or something that I don't know. I'm just going with the flow. All right.
We got a penis in the front. We got a strap on in the back.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good times all around.
It's like one night in Bangkok right here. You know what I'm saying? But listen, hey, all power to you, bro. My question is why, if she brought her into the room, why is she not letting you touch her? That's not fair. That's not fair. I don't see how that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you don't want him to be touching someone else, you sure as shit shouldn't be having them in the room to sit there and be naked and getting involved, right?
Yeah. Also, was he like, hold on a minute, I have to run out to the store? Probably.
The two of them are probably like pre-gaming and scissoring or something, whatever, it's like, I don't know. But they were doing a little seesawing of themselves. But, I don't know, man. I don't know. I got to believe that he had to run out and get it because he's like, yeah, what he said it right here. I went and bought one, and he went and bought one. So unless he had pre-knowledge that they were coming together and coming together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then went to the store prior and was like, aha, you know what I mean? Like, can you imagine someone just went, aha, and then you got a little thing going, you know what I mean? You ever play Grand Theft Auto, like the original ones, like the old school PlayStation ones? If you went into the police station, you could go into the showers and you pick up this long, giant purple dildo and you hit people with it. It's like, it's like, it's a floppy donkey dick. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And but that's what I imagine. And pulling, look what I've got, and they're like, what the fuck are you going to do with that? Like, I'm going to show you. I'm gonna show you.
What are the logistics of that? Are you sitting? Are you on your knees and like going forward and back? Like, is it going that way?
Well, no.
Or are they laid down and
if she's
he's
laid
going
down,
in and then she's like straddling over top to get the back end of that deal?
Yeah. Well, look, because if she's like, the people that are listening on podcasts can't get the visual, but if she's laying down regular like this. He's on top here, and then the little extra spot is right here. So she could either be going backwards, so she's on all fours this way, and he could be going ding, 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 ding. You see what I'm saying? I don't have an extra hand to put into this week.
Yeah.
I think that might be the way because she can't be like on top, like yay. She's probably bent over and there.
Interesting.
See, yeah. I'm a genius. I figured that shit out and I wasn't there.
Oh, well, if you're going to do that, get you a girl with some thick or some strong thighs because that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, right. Well, look, she's sitting and she's bent over behind, and he's wearing the strap on here. She doesn't have to move in any kind of crazy position, because he's already, well, depending if he's humping her and he's all the way up here, the one I'm assuming he's down here and he's just going in, and you know what I mean? It's like one of these kind of moves.
Interesting.
You get it? You see what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
It's
the seesaw. It's the seesaw.
I'm good, Dayna. I'm good, Dayna. I've never done that, but I figured it out because I am the man.
It feels like a lot of like geometry and trigonometry and stuff to figure all that out. So
trigonometry. It's like trigonometry. No, it's not. It's physics, god damn it. It's physics, I think. I don't know. It's some kind of X.
I never took physics. I never took physics.
It's some kind of X. You know what I mean? And throw an S on it. It's sex. It's just sex, Dayna. I don't know what
and
kind
now
of
we're into spelling. We're really good at this.
We're in trouble. I don't know where we're going with this.
Everyone go to school.
Stay in school, kids. Let's see. So kudos for the threesome. Kudos for what do you call it? Being able to please doing them at the same time. What do you call it? Great stuff. What do you call it? Now have the ex-wife or the friend send in something. I want to hear their side of the story. That's what I want to hear.
I would love to know if the females actually enjoyed this, or if it was like, like a brain thing for him. He's like, I am killing it. And they're like, ow. And he's like, ooh,
Oh man, look, you know what? I listen, and I think if this happened more times than once, I mean, I guess they must have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't. It is what it is. All right, let's go. Moving on. Let's move along.
All right. I don't want to be friends with my best friend anymore.
Oh,
I feel really shitty saying that. I'm 29 and she's 31. We have known each other our entire lives. She is very clingy and codependent. Being around her is emotionally draining most times.
Oh, I feel like now I have that. Oh, with the sad face and the dripping.
We went from good times for everyone to
Oh, well, maybe the two of them should get together and get a double dong and have some fun with it. No. I
don't think that will help the codependency.
This is true. Aha. I get. Listen, if you do love your friend and you don't want to necessarily end the friendship, but she is very clingy and very dependent on you and what you're doing and so forth. Maybe either one, like Dayna and I will always say, have a conversation with her and say, hey, like at the end of the day, I think that we need a little bit of just like any other relationship. I think we might need a little bit of time apart or, a little separation, never hurt anybody. And, at the end of the day, you can either do it like that or you personally limit the amount of times that you're going to spend with her. Start hanging out with some other people. Don't invite her. Don't tell her that you're going out. You don't want to hurt her feelings. But or maybe try to introduce her to some of your friends that she doesn't know. Try to give her, maybe you're her only friend and maybe it's hard for her to make friends. Maybe if she had a few more friends, it would be, a little less codependent. Am I correct?
Yeah. I also feel like, to add to that, don't feel bad about it. You are allowed to take the time to recharge from an exhausting relationship.
Right.
And on top of that, you are not required to maintain a relationship that maybe you have outgrown. However, if you still want to have this relationship, allow yourself the time, give yourself the extra day. Don't respond to a text message right away. Or, maybe you need 2 weeks between hang time instead of 2 days before hang time or whatever it may be. But, don't feel bad about it. You are allowed to have a life that is your own. You're allowed to recharge. Allow yourself the time to recharge.
You're darn tootin'.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, that's why Dayna will only speak to me one time a week.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, this fucking asshole's driving me crazy today. God damn it. He couldn't stop talking. Well, it is what it is.
I like our bitch sessions, Brim. It's like therapy once a week.
I know. Don't tell everybody it's a bitch session. It's not always a bitch session. Sometimes it's a bitch session. Sometimes it's a bitch session. I don't want anybody thinking that we're bitching about them. That's the thing. It's
no.
It's like overall general things that we bitch to each other.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy people. Anyway, so if she's clingy, my friend, that's the best advice we can give. And I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, is she interested in you sexually? I mean, is that kind of a
Brim's
thing?
really crossing his fingers right now. Does she want you sexually?
Well, she's very clingy, you know what I mean? And maybe it's that she's attracted to her. Maybe she's jealous when other people are around, not because she's a jealous, person in terms of friends, but in terms of that ass is mine. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Listen, to each their own. We think, that we gave you some good advice. The fact of the matter is in all seriousness, you need to be happy with whatever you do. And if a little bit of a separation is good for you, then a little bit of separation is good for you. Take a 3-day weekend, go away, for a couple of days. Tell her, hey, look, I'm going to be out of town. And, I'll see you when I get back. Give yourself a couple of days, a breather, and see how it works out. Don't answer calls. Don't answer texts. Don't answer social media. You know what I mean? In terms of if she responds to you, or be very, very short, not rude, but just, short and just let it lie. Let her lose a little bit of that clinginess.
Yeah.
So,
and don't feel bad about it. You're allowed to have a boundary. You are allowed to have boundaries.
Like I said, Dayna does not speak to me for a whole week. She gets on. It's like, hey, and I'm like, hey. And she's like, oh shit, here we go. You see it in the smile, like the all right, yeah. And then I get my message on Monday, like with like 5 awesome freaking titles for the show, and I'm like, yay! And then she's like, just make a decision, fucker.
Talk to you on Thursday.
Don't lie. If I called you any day of the week, you'd have fun talking to me.
Absolutely.
God damn it! Don't make me feel bad. All right.
I think you made you feel bad. I didn't do that.
I know I did. It was all my fault. All right, ready? I'm gonna take it to the next one.
Let's go.
Let's see. I didn't find out until a little bit ago that the urethra and vagina were 2 different holes. It's just that the vagina is so noticeable and the urethra is almost invisible that you might assume she pees out there unless you learn otherwise. Well, I guess what we said earlier, stay in school. Children, yes, there are 2 different locations. They're close to each other, yes. But what do you call it? Yes, the urethra is what they piddle out of, and the vagine is what goes in or what allows things to come out. That is not piddle. And includes babies and includes schmeckles and includes vibrators and fists. However they do it. Again, we are loving of all types here, at the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Please do not put your kinks in your urethra.
Yeah. Oh boy. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I mean, do you know what a woman's clitoris is? I don't know if you know that. You know what I'm saying? That these are all little spots that you need to know about.
This is
including the
what an actual fail of our educational system that
that's a big
did not know that there were multiple holes.
And listen, we're not making fun of you. We're angry with the system,
with the school system.
We're angry with the school system. It's not your fault that you were tardy that day. Listen, they have videos. They have fucking videos. They have go online, Google that shit. Google the anatomy of a woman and see what happens. I'm telling you, you'll find all these glorious things.
And if you want it to sound sexy, just ask Siri, okay? And she'll tell you.
A woman's clitoris is... I have nothing.
Hey, Siri, give me directions to the clit.
I'm sorry. Nobody has been able to find that for years. Oh, sorry. That's for the G-spot. 2 separate things. Listen, man, go start doing some research because you need to know the different areas of the vagine. Okay, you've got the labia, you've got the clit, you've got the urethra. You can steer clear of that, but I mean, it's there. You're not going to do anything yourself any harm. Have fun with it all. You go on inside. You got the G spot, all the goodies, man. It's all the goodies. You should know about this stuff. Just like there's a difference between the nipple and the areola. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. There's a breast, a nipple, and areola. They're all there. It goes into, you need to know these things. Do you know all the special spots? You need to be educated, my friend. And I will educate you till there's no tomorrow.
The School of Brim.
That's right. The neck. What do you call it? What do you call it? You got to get behind the knee. There's spots, man. There's spots. God damn it! I'm not gonna give you all.
This guy is gonna go trying to fuck some woman's like back of the knee now. You know that, right?
Oh yeah. Just kiss it a little bit. You know what I mean? A little bit.
He's gonna be like, no, Brim told me right behind the knee. It's right there. I got it.
It's just like fucking breasts. Oh my God! It's like no. God damn it! I'm gonna write a song about you. It's gonna be like an Eminem style thing. Whoever this is.
Oh, you're gonna rap? You're gonna freestyle?
I'm gonna freestyle. But no, I'm not gonna do any of the above. I'm just gonna sit and go. You need to be educated. Get back to us after you do that. And I have. How old are you?
Yeah.
How old are
question.
you? Again, I don't want to rip on anybody's education. You know what I'm saying? Because they maybe they didn't go to school or they couldn't go to school or something. So I apologize if you're taking that to heart. But I'm assuming that just like any most normal people, going through their regular education, there's health classes that teach all of this in detail. My little kid, my littlest has already learned all this stuff like a year and change ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we had to give permission for them to learn about all this stuff.
So maybe it's like a religion thing too. You know how like a lot of religions are all like anti talking about the shit,
I've got it, Dayna.
What?
I know who this is.
Who is it?
This is a guy on the Rumspringer. This is one of the Amish. This is one of the Amish. Is that a Rumspringer? Is that what it's called?
I have no idea.
Yes. Rumspringer. It's when the Amish people hold on one second. You talk so this way I can.
Okay. What does he do? Does he first like churn the butter and then milk the cow and then, not learn about urethras and
because they so a Rumspringer is what do you call it? It's a rite of passage during adolescence. All right. What do you call it? It's Amish communities. And what happens is, for Amish youth, the Rumspringer begins around the ages of 14 and 16 and ends when a youth chooses to either be baptized in the Amish church or to leave the community. If they leave the community, they're gone forever. They can't come back.
So this is like the period of time that they're allowed to go out into the world and check shit out and see.
Yes.
Then they have to make their commitment to either being Amish or being shunned by the community.
Yes. And that's yes. So what do you call it? And they can go out, they can soil their roots, they soil their oats, whatever you call it. They can go drink, they can do,
and that's between the ages of 14 and 16?
Yeah, let's see. A minority of Amish youth do diverge from established customs. Some may be found wearing non-traditional clothing and hairstyles, driving vehicles other than horse-drawn vehicles, not attending home prayer, drinking and using other recreational drugs.
Rebels.
So this is what happens when, if they're, when they're on their Rumspringer. And so they're allowed to go and do all that stuff and then make a decision. Like, I'm sorry, like if I was an Amish person, and I was going out on Rumspringer and I'm like, wait, I can go do all of this or be back banging cows. I think I'm going to be going out doing that.
I'm going
to be honest.
Yeah. I'm sure that there's a lot of people that probably choose that. I don't know how that community, like being raised in all of that. Is it like whenever, a girl goes to Catholic school and then she turns 18 and she like fucks everything in sight and she just like goes wild?
Maybe. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. What do you call it? Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Because they're in their own little world. You know what I'm saying? And they're not taught the stuff, like they're taught nothing about like the real world because they're in this safe spot. You know what I mean? They're in this safe space that people don't, give them any kind of information about the outside world. So when they are thrust into the outside world, this stuff can either be very alluring or it could be like, holy shit, what's going on here? You know what I mean? So, it's just very, very crazy. And then there might be people that, feel as though they're gay or whatever, and they can't do that. They can't be gay in an Amish community. Right. You know what I'm saying? So and I don't know, man. So some of them might choose to, bounce for that. Who knows? Anyway, so if you are in Amish, I've heard it both ways. You tell us and let us know, and we will stop making fun of it.
Yeah. But if you're not, all of the making fun still stands.
Hell yes. Hell yes. Hell yes. All right. Who's next? Is that? Oh, that's you, right? You're next.
It's me. Yes.
Okay.
I hate that I'm in love with a person who is so far away. I wish that I could move.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. I know I'm so far away, but at the end of the day, I'm married. I'm happily married. I do love and appreciate you, but I can't.
So flattered, but
oh, it's not about me it's not about us.
It's not about we like to make it about us, but it's not about us.
It should be about us, God.
No,
damn it.
Did you ever have a long distance relationship?
Yes. Not really. Because no, the longest long distance relationship I've had was when I was dating a girl and I was going to sleepaway camp at the time, and I was still fooling around with girls like that were at the camp. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was young and I didn't care, and I feel bad, but it is what it is. So the longest actual relationship that was long distance was with Danielle, because she was for the first year or so that we were dating, she was still upstate at college, graduating. So
okay.
What do you call it? So I had a year that she was upstate, and I didn't get to see her regularly. So yeah, technically, but I went up there as often as I could.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So It really was, it sucked. It really sucked, but it is what it is. So as soon as she was able to be done there and finish up anything, she did it here. She moved back, to be with me, because that long distance thing doesn't work well. And
I've had two of them, and it was one, I met some dude in Aruba, and then I was like, I love you, I'm gonna move to New York. And so I stayed I moved to New York. I lived in Rochester for a little while.
Oh, it's not far from me.
Yeah. And then I whenever I was in San Diego, met a boy on Twitter, I don't know, 12 years ago. And he lived in Arizona, and I was over in San Diego. And so we would meet in Yuma to have sex. We would be meet you halfway. And so he would drive 2.5 hours and I would drive 2.5 hours, and then we'd spend the night together and then go home.
Okay. Well, that's a new thing that I've learned about you today.
I will drive for sex.
We'll travel for sex. Gotcha. Noted. Duly noted. Joe, I didn't hear a thing. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, interesting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Dayna. Thank you.
This is a safe space.
It is a safe space until your husband listens to it later and he goes, "What the hell?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?"
He already knows about it. He knows he knows about it. He doesn't like that guy, but he does know about that
guy. All right. Yeah, all right, next one. Here we go. You ready?
Ready.
For the past 3+ years, I've been depressed and unmotivated. I did the bare minimum when it came to hygiene and appearance because I lost all interest and stopped caring at all. I'd brush my teeth once a week, shower once a week, wear dirty clothes for days on end. I lived like a dirty pig. Well, today I decided to tidy things up a bit. I got a haircut, shaved, showered, bought a whole heap of hygiene products, shower gel, shampoo and conditioner, deodorant, mouthwash, etc. Washed my clothes and even bought some new clothes. I look great, smell great, and because of that, I feel great. I know this isn't much of a confession. Brah, it is a confession, and that is fantastic. And I'm so glad that you have you grabbed yourself by the cojones and said, I'm going to pull myself out of this funk. Literally. What do you call it? At the end of the day, that is a great thing. And, and maybe people didn't necessarily know about that. It is a secret because, maybe the people that you spoke with or that you were close with didn't really know, you know what I mean? Maybe they weren't paying attention to it, because that's a problem nowadays, is that people are so, overwhelmed with their own lives, or intertwined with what's going on with themselves and their immediate people, quote unquote immediate people, that they're not paying attention to anything or anyone else. And and sometimes things go overlooked. And I do want to say that there are lots of people that are going through and suffering through depression and
Mm-hmm.
anxiety and things that could essentially end not so well. So if you
Yeah.
have a friend who may be like this gentleman, what do you call it? Well, this could be a female also, because they said shave, but they didn't say shave the face,
Oh
right?
yeah. Uh-huh.
See, I pay attention to the detail. The devil's in the details, Dayna. Don't say that 3 times fast. The devil's in the details. The devil's in the details, Dayna. The devil's in the details, Dayna. Devil's in the details, Dayna.
You did
That's what
it. You
that's
did
gonna be the
it.
title. That's gonna be the title. I
All
did
right.
it. The devil's in the details, Dayna. I did it, dude. Anyway, so but what do you call it? So I'm assuming this is a guy. It could be a female. Could be a
Yeah.
female, and I'm okay
I
with
got
that.
male vibes off of it too. So, but
I
good for
did.
you, dude. Good for you for, pulling yourself out of it, and hopefully you can stick with it, because it's true. Whenever you smell good and you look good and you feel good, that's kind of how all of that works. And that's why a lot of people, whenever they sink into depressions, you can tell they're, in their fucking pajamas all day, and they don't give a fuck if their hair is brushed, and
Aw.
like all of that stuff,
You're describing me. I'm not in depression.
yeah. But I was actually just thinking that's not true, because there's a lot of people that get dressed up and go to work every day and fucking hate their lives.
Oh yeah.
So I guess it's all about the way you feel. If you're feeling good, I feel good for you.
To be completely honest, to be completely blunt, I am Brimstone 24/7, and sometimes I'm like, I'm fucking Brimstone. I'll wear fucking pajamas if I want. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to the studio in my pajamas. I don't care, because what am I gonna do? I'm coming to I own the damn studio. I see
Yeah.
myself and my, so what if my partners walk in? It's nothing they haven't seen before.
Right. Yeah.
I don't, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be comfortable, because you know what I mean. Like today, I'm actually wearing jeans because I had to go out and do things. As you know, I was out doing stuff and things earlier. But I was like, I didn't go too crazy. I didn't do anything with my beard. And, I'm just like, I'm coming to, who am I impressing? I'm here at the studio.
Well,
You know what I mean?
that's my favorite part about Zoom is from the top up, it's a party, but from the bottom down, you can't see. So you don't know what's going on down there.
Are you in your underoos right now? I knew you were in your underoos. I knew it.
You
You
never
wearing
know.
Wonder Woman? Is it
You
Wonder
nev-
Woman underoos?
It is.
Okay.
It is. Yes. Chastity
So-
belt, lock and key.
Wow. Oh my God, it's so heavy. I need to keep myself cool.
That's how I get my exercise. I just walk around in a chastity belt, and my husband's like, "How the fuck do I get this off?" That's how he
Bruh.
gets his exercise.
Listen, God, if that was the case, I'd be with a torch and some tools and shit, and I'd be like, all right, let's get in. Let's figure this out.
Yeah.
I'd make it work. No, it'd be happening. Was it like in Princess Bride? It was a Princess Bride, right? Where she had
Princess
she had,
Bride?
she had the chastity belt on. They were like all ready, and he's like, and then all of a sudden it's like, "Choom."
No,
And
that was Robin Hood. Wasn't that Robin Hood?
Robin Hood. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Robin Hood, Men of Thieves. Right?
That was so good.
I
love that.
You know what I mean?
Was that
Men in Tights. Men in Tights.
Yeah, Men in Tights.
Oh,
I
Lord.
liked that movie. Man, I need to watch that movie again.
And then it goes back to Mennonites, and then we're back to the Amish.
Yeah.
See what happens here? The guy was Amish. Rumspringer, baby. Anyway, all right. So I think. Listen, we're proud of you, and public service announcement. Check in on people that you feel may have depression or anxiety. Just check in on them, even if it's once a week, once every couple of weeks, just to make sure that they're okay and they're not doing any harm to themselves or others. So let's move on. You ready to do the next one?
I am ready, and this is a long one,
I see.
but I think it's worth it.
Okay.
Okay. My wife and I are in our early 40s and live
got
in
it.
an upper middle class neighborhood.
Upper middle class. Okay.
Our neighbors are older. He is in his mid 60s and she is in her late 50s, maybe 60. She has a great body and long gray hair she frequently wears in a ponytail.
Okay.
During our COVID lockdown, we spent a ton of time at home. And about 6 months ago, I was upstairs doing work when I observed my female neighbor outside with just a pair of shorts on.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's getting
She
better.
is tanned, a tight body, and obvious fake tits. She noticed me looking down on her from our window, and it didn't even faze her. She made eye contact, smiled, waved, and made no effort to cover herself up.
Hold on one second. Pause right there. I got. Doesn't this sound like a story from Playboy? Like one of the Playboy stories, right?
Yeah.
This sounds like a story, right? Boy, I better not find out that this is a Playboy story swiped.
Yeah.
Better not find that out. I'm going back into all my old Playboys.
Yeah,
It's a reason to do it.
Only kept for the articles.
That's right. And then my wife can't yell at me about it because I'm going to find out. Anyway, proceed, Dayna. Proceed.
Since this day, I've seen her topless or mostly nude many times through the windows. I think she's seen me watching her every time. Fast forward to the past week or so, and she's becoming more bold. I was doing some yard work this past weekend and was between our homes when I turned and saw her in their den. She was completely naked this time, and she noticed me again. This time, she smiled and sat down at the desk and played with herself while I watched. I didn't know what to do, so I briefly watched her while making full eye contact. I got turned on, went inside, and fucked my wife.
Well, you're lucky she let you.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just walking around with a heart on. And
That's what I'm talking about. I can't tell you how many times that's happened. I wake up in the morning with a baby arm, and I'm like, hey! And my wife's like, go back to sleep. Oh, son of a bitch.
I've definitely done that to my husband where he wakes up and he's like turning purple. He's so hard.
Right?
And I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm tired.
Right? It's like, huh? And when it's that hard, especially when you're getting older, and you're like, whoa, hey, look, it's like magic. It's like the Trix rabbit jumped into my pants and in my crotch, and here we are. Happiness. You know, it's like, it's such a waste. All right. All right. I'm spent. Go ahead.
She came hard and loud, and I left the window open with hopes that my neighbor would hear what her masturbating did.
Wait. Who came hard and loud? The wife?
The wife came hard and loud. And so he was hoping that the neighbor would hear how hard his wife came.
Okay.
The next day, I was working outside again, actually just looking in our neighbor's windows. I saw her again, this time clothed. She smiled and waved to me, and I called for my wife to come outside. When she did, I again attacked her and made her blow me outside. I came in her mouth and she swallowed it all. When we were done, my wife stood up, gave me a very sexy look, and went inside. I remained outside and peered in the neighbor's window where she was now masturbating again. This time, I waited and watched her finish. She smiled and waved. She stood and came over to the window, opened it, simply said thank you, smiled, and closed the window again. I'm excited to see where this all goes.
So okay, so wait, so the wife didn't know, she doesn't know what's going on. He just called her out to be like, hey, come and do this.
I need a blowjob.
Really?
Yeah.
So the wife doesn't see. That's like some kind of voyeurism to like the it's weird. I don't know
like a loophole in the cheating contract,
right? I'm a little flabbergasted right now.
He's not cheating, but there is somebody else. That is very interesting. I wonder if the wife would be into it or not.
I don't know. And even if she is, like, do you really want to take it there? But I mean, Dayna, this is a weird one. This is a weird one because he's not like, I'm gonna go over there and get some Putinani. But
what's the difference with porn? Like you're watching porn, you're getting horny, you're fucking your wife or whatever, and then you're getting off to somebody else. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. There's just no video camera.
Yeah, but it's like more personal You
It
know
is
what I mean?
personal. Yeah.
Like that's very personal. That whole interaction is personal. It's like, oh well, there's this hot girl here, and who's married, and a guy who's married, and the two of them are sitting in the room butt naked across from each other, watching themselves beat each other off. I mean, beat themselves off. But oh, they're not cheating. No, that's still cheating. That's intimate. That those eyes locked. You're watching. You're embraced in the moment together. When you're watching porn, that's like random people who are there doing God knows what to each other.
They're
And
not locking eyes with you
they're
either.
not locking eyes with you. There's no intimacy there. That's a get your rocks off, get your kicks on Route 66 and make it squirt, and that's it. And you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, there's it's a completely different animal. There's intimacy going on there that is being shared that even though he hasn't acted upon it in full, he still acted upon it.
Yeah, he didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Physically
Didn't
do
physically
anything.
do it. Although right now he very well could be. I mean,
Hey, we're sitting here talking about, but keep us updated, will you? Like,
we're
let us
gonna-
know where that goes.
Your name is the Happy Voyeur. We're gonna need you to remember when you write back in, use the name Happy Voyeur.
Mhm.
We want to know more, see where this goes. We need to have updates. I want to know, is your wife, does she know that you're watching this neighbor sit and diddle herself, or has she seen that part? Because I'm pretty sure it said that she was fully dressed. You know what I mean? She was clothed. She smiled and waved and blah blah blah. So he called for the wife to come out, and then was like, "All right, here, take me," and I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. The Happy Voyeur, you need to give us some more on this.
The shit that goes down in the suburbs, right?
So crazy. Like,
we can
I'm
make a
sorry.
movie out of this. You can make a porn out of this. If there's any porn directors out there listening, here's your idea.
That's why, that's why it's not even fair. Like, I can't even watch porn. Like, even if I needed to, and I'm not gonna say I never do, but even if I needed to watch porn, I can't, because I know a ton of the freaking actresses. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and that's weird for me, because that would be me fantasizing about one of my friends, or and I don't need to. I'll fantasize about my wife, and then all the things that I don't get. No,
Hand
you know
in
what I'm
hand.
saying?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But if you got a spread in Playboy, I could in a million years never see that Playboy. You know what I mean? I wouldn't feel comfortable with it because you're my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, like, and I have friends from Playboy. I have adult actress friends. I have actress friends that have done nude scenes. You know what I mean? So like I try to not especially, it's hard when we're signing certain things. I had one of my old friends from Playboy, what do you call it, Cheryl, sweetheart, love her to death, Cheryl Bachman, one of my loves, absolute doll. And she, what do you call it, she would have all of her 8x10s out, and they're all of her not dressed. So it's like, I mean, and I'm just like, Cher, I can't. I love you, sweetheart, but I can't look at your table because
I can't come over. I'm sorry. You come
like,
to my table.
You're like my little sister. You know what I mean? And but you know what I'm saying? It's like, I couldn't. But because it's more intimate, because I know you personally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then it's like oh, is that what you look like naked? Huh? All right. You know what I mean? Like, what's fair is fair. Here, take a. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but no, like. But you feel me on that? Do you agree?
I do. Yeah. No, it's I want to know more. I hope that this person writes back in and lets us know, what happens with the wifey. If you tell the wife, let us know. And
Happy Voyeur, we need to know. We
need to know. And we want more and more and more of these too, because 2 weeks from now, we're bringing on a very special guest.
Yes, Tabitha Stevens. She's going to be coming on and bringing it.
Yeah. So bring your fetishes to the table. Send them to the dirtylittlesecretsclub.com. Fetishes and dirty little secrets, because we still have episodes to do after the fetishes. So make sure we get them all.
And remember, even if we don't read your dirty little secret in the episode that you're tuning into, does not mean that they won't be on in the future. So make sure you continue to tune in, continue to send in your stuff, and we promise we will get to it as long as it's, makes sense for us to. If you send in something that makes no sense for us to read, we're not going to do it. So guys, we appreciate the fact that you send in some real meaty stuff, and you're sending in some really good stuff. We really appreciate it. We love hearing from you. Did you had that one more you said you wanted to do?
We'll do it next week.
We'll do it next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're out of time, probably overtime because I talk too much. Dana's like, time for my nude shoot. I gotta go. I'm just kidding.
I got a spread in Playboy coming up. So
listen, if Hef was still around, you'd be right up his alley. So
damn it, Hef, you had to go and get old and die, didn't you?
Oh my God. I got stories about all that.
Playboy in heaven.
Oh my Lord. Anyways, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Make sure, as always, you rate, review, subscribe. As Dana says, 5 stars only. She will continue to put up the thirst trap photos. If you do, if not, you're gonna get the paper bag, and you're not gonna like that. Well, she'll still look good in the paper bag. She's a cutie. But what do you call it? That being said, as Dana always says, the first little rule of Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Yes, the first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We appreciate you. We love you. We will see you again next week.
Land. You think we want something from you, you got another thing coming.